Now to follow the breaking news we first alerted you to this morning, a construction worker remains in critical condition following an incident in Lambeau Field. Samantha Cavalli joins us now live from the stadium. Samantha, any updates that you can provide for us right now?
Yeah, Bill, nothing new on the condition of the person who was taken to the hospital this morning, just that they are still and remain in critical condition. Now, we were awaiting a response from the Green Bay Packers this evening, but as about 5-10 minutes ago, we received word that they will not be releasing a statement tonight, but more so tomorrow, as this was in part of the Lambeau Field video board construction that's been going on all summer in preparation for the upcoming year. Now, first responders rushed to the scene at Lambeau Field at 10 a.m. after a report of a trapped man at Lambeau Field. Now, once crews arrived on scene, the person involved was extracted within 7 minutes and taken to a local hospital. No other injuries were reported on scene. Green Bay Fire Chief Matthew Knott says the person remains in critical condition. Myron Construction issued a statement on the incident, saying a subcontractor experienced a serious incident at the site. Myron says it's cooperating with authorities.
We're working closely with them. They're being very cooperative and very supportive. But again, at this time, we're trying to provide initial privacy to the family until they can learn and hear it directly from us, and conditions that and specific circumstances that surround this incident.
And continuing with that statement from Myron, they said that their main concern is for the individual involved, their family, and the team members that were on site. And authorities are continuing to investigate what happened. But Green Bay Police Chief Chris Davis says that there isn't any indication of criminal activity, but also the Occupational Health and Safety Administration is also involved in this investigation. Reporting live at Lambeau Field, Samantha Cavalli for Action 2 News.